Hello everyone, good evening, my friends and my dear parents. A warm welcome to all of you. Welcome to another episode of Web Talk Show. This is our 23rd episode. So, I'm your host Purva Kakre, the founder and director of Teachers and Training Networking Community. And let me tell you more about myself. I'm a skill educator, a entrepreneur, and an event organizer. So I run these two communities. One is the Teachers Trainers Networking Community, and the other one is Indian Women Networking. So the other group is all about the Indian women being connected in one forum, and we are there to empower them through empower the homemakers, the startups, the entrepreneurs who have just started with their new business, and they can connect with women's all over India. So, what I would like to tell you about what is this web talk show? A web talk show is a platform where you get a chance to be known, recognized, and adored by the viewers. And here we invite guest speakers who speak about their professional advices. They give brand promotion, success stories. They talk about their brand promotion, social activities, and many more. So, if you wish to be on this platform to talk about yourself, about your profession, brand, or inspiring stories, or want to share any knowledge, just connect with us. We are here to connect with you. So, let's begin our show. So, today we are talking about mindfulness for women for their health, emotional, and physical health. So, today let's welcome our guest speaker. I'll just connect with her. Today's guest speaker is Kalyani ma'am. Hello, good evening, ma'am. How are you?
Hi, good evening, Purva. Thank you so much for inviting me here.
So let me just introduce to you. So Kalyani ma'am is a life coach, a author. She is certified life and leadership coach from LCF. She is a master NLP practitioner and trainer from NABET. More than 50,000 people across 5 countries have impacted from her motivational workshop. She is been into training industry for more than 15 years. So she is the founder of Visco Nearing Life and co-founder, lead coach, lead coach in the Present Strategy. So Kalyani is a author of book 31 Days to Best Version of You. So she has been awarded with many awards. She has been facilitated with the best coach by World HRD Congress and ET Now. Welcome, ma'am, to our show.
Hi, Purva. Thank you so much.
So, ma'am, as we are talking about today, we are talking about mindfulness. So, I just simply want to know, ma'am, what is mindfulness exactly means?
Okay. So, honestly, everyone watching this show, tell me what are you thinking right now? Be very honest. Are you watching this program and completely in the program, or are you thinking about शाम को क्या खाना बनाना है? You know, the biggest question, Purva, right now is not about COVID. Trust me, for all the women is शाम को क्या खाना बनाना है? Agree?
Sure.
Okay, it's like the India's burning question for all women, whether working or not working. एक बार शाम का
Exactly.
खाना बनाना हो गया तो फिर सुबह क्या बनाना है, दोपहर को बनाना है, and I think this is
Right.
how our day is directed. No matter. I mean, I have seen, I worked with CEOs, I worked with senior managers, women entrepreneurs, but somehow this is even if somebody else is cooking, the decision has to be taken by the woman herself. So a
Exactly.
question to everyone is right now, what all thoughts are going on in your mind and what all everybody is thinking? Are you completely in this particular session thinking non-judgmentally about what we are going to discuss, what we are going to talk about, or your mind is wandering here and there? Okay, possibility is that the mind is wandering here and there and it is not there here in the present moment. Now the question is, right now, what all you are doing? Are you sitting here with your cup of tea, coffee? It's 5 o'clock tea, coffee time, or are you still multitasking and doing 2 to 3 things, thinking that you will be able to get the best out of this program? Well, that answers the question of mindfulness or mindfulness. There is MINDFUL, Purva. Okay. And then the other is, if you have pen and paper, then it is mindful, FULL, full.
Helpful.
Okay. So mindful means your mind is only in the present moment, and mindful means your mind is full of things, about things in the kitchen, what you have to do tomorrow, what's going to happen later, what news, what program you want to watch, or what some of your friend is doing, or what's going on Facebook, on Instagram. And mind is full, FULL, full. And you know what is the next step? It's mindful. So if you keep on just keeping your mind FULL, then believe me, after some time you will feel like a FOOL, that is mindful. Okay. So simple, rather than giving any jargons, I will say mindfulness is about being mindful in the present moment. Okay. Mindful, but full of what? Peace, calm, happiness, joy of this present moment. You know, so right now, even I have chores like every other woman, but right now, completely my attention is on you, Purva, everyone who's watching this program, and I want to give the most. I want to give my biggest value to everyone. And all of this is coming from joy, love, peace, and happiness of doing what I'm doing. So, simple way to put what is mindfulness is about being in the present moment, which is something very, very challenging for everyone, because either we are living in the past or we are living in the future. Most of us, women especially, love to carry a lot of baggage. They're either living in the regret of the past or they are living in the worry of the future. And either of
Exactly.
that
Most of
robs
the
the
women must be doing the same.
Correct. And it robs you of the present moment. It robs you of the joy of the present moment. It robs you of the opportunities in present moment. Purva, I can't tell you, when people are living in their past, they are wearing like a perception chashma, which blocks the opportunities that are there in front of them. And when people are wearing the perception chashma of the future worries, which has not yet come, again, they are blocking the opportunities in the present moment. In my workshops on the power of subconscious mind, I actually talk about how our mind works. And it can work most efficiently only in the present moment. So I think
Exactly.
that is how beautifully and very simply I would like to describe mindfulness is about being in the present moment.
So it is like staying in the present state where what you are doing उसको enjoy करो. आप जो कर रहे हैं अभी उसी पे रहो. That what you want to say about. So now, how has the pandemic affected women mentally and emotionally in this way? Emotional health. How pandemic
Okay.
has affected?
All right. So pandemic has definitely accelerated women emotional and mental health problems. However, women by studies itself have been always prone to more depression than men. Now, the pandemic has accelerated it further for everyone. Okay, children are at home, everyone is at home. So, everyone is
Exactly.
spending so much time with each other. And
Obviously. Yeah.
constantly, the woman of the house is pressurized because everyone takes her for granted. And let us admit that, we as women also, we just love to be perfect. Let's face it that we love to be like super women. We want to do everything. We have this tendency of being everything for everyone, and this is simply not manageable. Women are more like double as likely to require treatment for anxiety and depression over men. So somewhere we need to find balance in our busy lives is essential for the well-being. And further on, I will give some tips that will help women on being mindful. So the pandemic has accelerated anxiety, depression, loneliness, sadness, uncertainty. There is so much of uncertainty. I mean, look at the last 7 days. Lockdown होगा नहीं होगा, क्या बंद रहेगा, क्या
It
चालू रहेगा,
was right.
क्या है essential service में exactly क्या आता है, what will be on, what will be off, and all these questions are surrounding. So completely unpredictable, and this is what have added more to women. And then women, by society itself, people expect more from us, whether you're working or you're not working. And now that work from home, believe me, the last 1 year, I've done so many workshops for women who are working, and they're working from home in corporates, middle levels, senior levels. And because they know mom is at home in the next room with the laptop, they can just take her for granted, you know.
Exactly.
And that is work from home has been very challenging, especially for women.
And I've seen there are many changes. Even the emotional changes are a lot. Like they feel very like detached from the family because everyone is working and she is just only in the kitchen and cooking and all those child work home that's going on. So this is again a challenging for women only. So can you suggest some techniques that women can follow to improve their emotional health?
Absolutely. So I will suggest some mindfulness techniques that will help women improve their emotional health. All right.
Yeah.
Number one is being aware of what these negative emotions are and the effect that is having on you.
Okay.
For example, anger or being fearful or being anxious, being on the run every time, wanting to do so many things, not being able to say no, you know,
That's
because
happening.
of all of these things, what is the effect it is having on you? What is the effect it is having on your health? You know, each and every emotion produces a biochemical reaction, and it produces especially negative emotions. Now, typically in my coaching, I never categorize emotions as positive and negative. All emotions are good. Fear is also a good emotion because fear keeps us alive, Purva. I like to categorize them as empowering and disempowering emotions. So, first step for women to understand is simply ask yourself that when you are thinking this, when you are feeling this, what is the effect it is having on your body? You
Exactly.
know, how does fear affect you? What is the effect it's having on your heart, in your stomach, in your head? Are you experiencing a headache? Is there an allergy? Is there a breakout? You know, what are the kind of dreams you're getting? So number one, for all women watching there, please take charge of your life, because believe me, if you don't take care of yourself, no one else is going to take care for you. One thing women need to understand is that, you know, I may sound a little rude, and while I'm saying this, let me tell you that I have a family, I have a husband, I have a children, but nobody is going to come and help you. It's you, your health, and if you fall ill, then you have to take care of your own self. Are you
Exactly.
getting it? So, firstly, understand that these negative emotions, how they are disempowering you, and the effect that it is having on your physical body. You know, how it is affecting you, how it is causing you the headaches, and how it is affecting you on your body, your digestion. And there itself, I
I
think you
just
need to
want
take charge and you need to stop, you know? Yeah.
yeah, Kalyani, I just want to give you one example. One of my friend, I have seen her when there is a lot of work and this thing, some pressure of work, so she starts having that headache. So just she called me few days back, "Ki, Are, this is happening with me frequently." So then I just suggested just follow this, just watch our mindfulness uh, session, so you will get the point. So can you tell her or some tips where she can just get a good relief from all this?
So the technique that, so number one, like I said, realize the effect, because the moment you realize this is harming you, you need
Correct.
to stop. Mindful breathing. Okay.
Okay.
Now, we take our breathing most for granted. How about taking a mindfulness break every 1.5 hour? Simply set an alarm on your phone. And every 1.5 hour, take like a 2 to 3 minutes break and simply focus on your breathing. Okay.
Okay.
There's an app called Calm. There's an app called Ananda. There's an app called Headspace. And you can use any of these apps. Just put your earphones on, listen to some nice, pleasant music, and just breathe mindfully. Just focus on your breathing. Simply count your breathing, inhale fully, exhale fully. You can go to my YouTube channel, Kalyani Life Coach, and there are at least 4 to 5 meditations that I have put. One of them is a breathing meditation. Simple 3 to 5 minutes. I think this much time women can definitely spare for themselves and for their
Exactly.
well-being. So do the mindfulness breathing. Okay, the moment you do the mindfulness breathing, you will realize that how peaceful and calm you will start feeling. And the best decisions, Purva, are taken out of calmness and not out of anxiety and anger. You know, there's a quote in emotional intelligence, we say, never take a permanent decision in a temporary emotion. And you know, out of anger, impulsively we say something, we do something, and then we are left with regret. Okay,
Exactly. They take
so
decision
mindful,
in that anger and then they have to regret for the same. Why I did
absolutely.
this and all.
So, mindful breathing is a very beautiful process that brings you in the present moment. It connects you with your breath, which is the essence of your being, which is the essence of your being. Can't take your breathing so much for granted. है ना? We are alive
Yeah.
because we are breathing. Okay. And something that we do 23,000 times a day, something that is the very essence of our existence, we take so much for granted because we don't breathe fully. The moment we breathe fully, the attention comes to the present moment, oxygen goes to your brain, you feel relaxed, your prefrontal cortex gets activated, the emotional brain calms down, and now you are able to think more logically, in a more rational way, in a more present, in a more conscious way, in the present moment. So mindful breathing is one thing I would highly tell women to follow. Easy, whatever techniques I'm going to say, Purva, they are so easy, so simple. You can't say no to it. 2 to 3 minutes is all that it takes. Number two, start journaling. Start journaling. So buy a beautiful scrapbook. You know, just buy a beautiful scrapbook. Ensure it has lots of colored papers. Take, sketch pens and start journaling. Write down something as simple as 6 things you're grateful for.
Okay. That's good.
Just write down with a nice colored pen, do some sketches, do some drawing, draw some hearts, draw some stick figures, draw a tree, draw a star, draw a moon. So you know, colors is the language of subconscious mind. Subconscious mind gets very stimulated with colors. So when you do journaling, and especially when you do it with a lot of colors, your subconscious mind gets very activated, very stimulated and programmed. So now what happens is, the moment you make journaling a practice, your attention is now on things that you are grateful for. So, where your mindfulness has shifted to things you are
To
grateful
be
for.
grateful for.
And
Exactly.
gratitude is considered to be one of the most powerful emotions that makes you feel happy, that leads to happiness. And this time in the pandemic, Purva, I think people are more focused on what's going wrong in their body, so many problems. And I would like to empathize with everyone because it's inevitable. It is happening. Let us not mask it under the, what should I say, under positive thinking. We have to be realistic as well, and completely understand that the times are uncertain and they are challenging and people are going to tough times. But the moment, in the worst of situation, there's always something to be grateful about, always. And if you cultivate the habit by journaling, by simply writing down every day, what happens is you become more focused in your present moment, and you become more focused on things that are you have grateful. If you have children at home, I would suggest do these activities with children and let them learn as
Exactly.
well. Yeah. So that is one technique of journaling which will help you in mindfulness. And last but not the least, learn mindful communication. Okay.
Okay.
Now, mindful communication are two types. One is the communication with others, and most important is the communication with your own self.
Oh, that's
Okay.
amazing.
Yes. So I have been teaching communication for the last, in fact, I started my career as a communication trainer. So today I'm a coach. I work with business owners. But I started my career as a communication trainer, English, voice and accent, etc. And in 16 years of my career, I have met 95% of people who think and look at communication only as a language skill to be spoken to others.
Oh,
And in all my sessions over the last 5 years, Purva, that I have been practicing NLP and mindfulness, and I've had this sort of spiritual pull in my life where my sessions have been getting a lot of depth. I've been talking about what about communication with your own self. It all begins with you. You know, the most time that you will spend is with you yourself. The best relationship you should ever have is the one with your own self. So do
absolutely.
mindful communication with your own self. And I request all you ladies, all of you are working hard. You deserve a lot of love. You deserve a lot of pampering. If no one else is giving it to you, you do it for yourself. Don't care about others. Just do it for yourself. So mindful communication with your own self. Okay. And what you should
That's
mindfully communicate with your own self? Appreciation. So if you're watching this video, just pause for some time and I want you to write down 6 sentences of self appreciation for yourself. Simple, you
This
know?
is amazing work. I suppose the viewers should love this because these techniques, if each and everyone follows, the women, they will surely get a lot of benefits, and they will come through new ideas also, because they will start loving themselves. This, the way you told, appreciate
Absolutely.
yourself.
Yeah.
This is a fabulous thing.
And every self transformation begins with self love, Purva. No transformation program will be complete or effective if it is not beginning with love. And self love is the way to all of it. My book has an entire chapter on mindfulness. My book has an entire chapter on self love, which will be releasing by the end of this month, 31 days to the best version of you. So, mindful communication is what I would encourage all women to practice, mindful communication with your own self, and practice the language of self appreciation for yourself. Cross your heart and ask yourself how self-critical we are, because we expect so much from ourselves, so much perfection. We don't appreciate ourselves. We don't give ourselves enough love and pampering. See, if you don't love yourself, don't expect love from others. If you don't see your own value and self-worth, don't expect others to see that self-worth and value in you. You know, so it all begins with the way you treat yourself. So use language of appreciation, use language of encouragement, love, and positivity. Stay hooked on to my YouTube channel, Kalyani Life Coach. From tomorrow, I'm going to post transformational vocabulary. So powerful words that you can start in your using in your communication that will help you transform your life. See, because the quality of your life is the quality of your communication, and the communication with your own self and the communication with others. The moment the communication with your own self changes, the communication with others also change. So be mindful of how we communicate with our children, because see, it's frustrating. I know, especially if you have young boys and girls at home, then they are going to get frustrated. They can't sit at one place. There's so much noise. You have to manage the
Oh,
household
really?
cooking, and you have to manage the chores. If you have in-laws at home, you have to manage that also. I can imagine. Believe me, woman, Purva, a woman is really pulled and expected so much from all the ends. And I can completely understand, because I know I've been there, done that. I am still managing chores, and I still face the normal challenges every woman would face on a daily basis. So I would say that in the middle of all of this, you want to maintain your sanity, if you want to maintain a cool and calm mind and not get angry at children or just say anything to them, then practice mindful communication with your own self. Just set an intention in the morning, meditate for some time. And for meditation, you don't have to be like, sitting for hours. Even 3 minutes of meditation, Purva, studies and research has proven can be highly effective in centering you and making you cool and calm. So in the morning, just do a meditation and set an intention for the day to be a nice, cool and calm day, that you're composed, your emotions are managed really well. And I think little things, simple things, if you start practicing one by one, it can have dramatic effect on your self-esteem and on your emotional and mental health.
So I can just suggest all these tips to my friend so she can gain a lot of benefit, because while you were telling, I was thinking the way she is reacting, like what is going on in her life. So she needs to do all these things. So thank you, Kalani. This
Thank
was
you
an
so much.
awesome session. So as we have come to the end of the interview, I would like to give you a warm thanks for being a part of our show. We extremely enjoyed this session, and we look forward for more from your end. So it's a pleasure being with you. Hope you enjoyed our session, our talk show.
Absolutely. Yes.
Thank
Thank you
you
so
for your
much.
time.
Thank you for
Thank
the
you.
opportunity.
So
Thank you,
we
everyone.
will be sharing. Yeah, we will be sharing your YouTube link, and from tomorrow onwards, I think so. You're starting with some
Yes.
transformations of uh, this thing. So surely we'll share the YouTube link, so more and more ladies can connect, more and more women can connect with you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye bye. Bye, everyone. Thank you. God bless you all.